Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Most of my readings are not usually date or time specific. In this case, we're halfway through the calendar year, so I'm tapping into solstice messages to carry us through the next 6 months. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, not a private reading, so it may not resonate for everyone. Always best to take what speaks to you and leave the rest. I do have private readings available now if this is the first time you're checking in a while. And the link to the booking page is down below where you can read all about it and scroll through the testimonials. It's been a really fun experience, so I invite you to check it out. You can be here as a cross-watcher for a Libra. Sometimes the messages come through more directly for you as the cross-watcher and less about your person, but about you in connection with your person. So I'm explaining that because some people seem to not be 100% sure of what to look for when they're cross-watching. Okay, so just if it talks more to you about you in connection with the person, that's fine and perfectly normal. All right, so I am pulling from Gateway of Light Activation to activate the reading. Let's see what message comes through for those of you watching. This is the one. Hathor Light Codes, Light Immersion, Full System Upgrade, Power Recall. So this is Goddess Hathor. She's actually associated with the sign of Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, so that's pretty interesting. But Hathor, Light Immersion, Full System Upgrade, Power Recall. This, first of all, calling your power back is always important, Libra, but this reminds me of the Schumann resonance, the scales that measure the light energy coming from the sun. You can Google it, SCHUMANN resonance, and you're going to see that normally it's just striated lines, right? It's just like Richter scale looking lines. What they're seeing coming on the planet now from the sun looks more like 12-strand DNA. It's fascinating. That's what I'm feeling coming through in this message for you. A light immersion and a full system upgrade for you here, Libra. So take that as it speaks to you. All right, let me go ahead and pull this spread. It's a little different than the spreads I normally use. And we're going to be looking at what you need to release from the last 6 months. The energy signature of the next 6 months, something to look forward to, something you might need to explore or look into, an important lesson you might learn, and something that points to your next highest timeline. So that's what we're going to do. I'll pull the cards, give you my impressions, and then we'll get the details by clarifying. Chariot, King of Wands, Seven of Cups, Hierophant, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like we're looking at energies around the topic of commitment. Here we have the Chariot, and this represents something that you need to sort of release from the last 6 months. It could have been some stagnant energy. The Chariot in reverse feels it's sort of aimless, doesn't have direction. In upright energy, the Chariot is a victory card. In reversed energy, there is a question about whether what it is you're chasing either A, wants to be caught, or B, serves your highest good. So there's something here about something that's stagnant, that hasn't yielded the fruits or the victory that you've been looking for. So that's what you're going to release. Now, the next 6 months, the energy signature, we've got the King of Wands here. So we're looking at someone, sometimes the King of Wands can be unavailable or only available when it suits their agenda, their wants, their wishes. But in upright form, it's about claiming. The King of Wands does not hesitate, goes after what he wants. I'm only saying he because it's a king, but it can be a woman. So this feels to me like it's about someone claiming the connection, you or your divine counterpart. And something to look forward to the next 6 months. Lots of options now. Sometimes with all the options, there can be some emotional highs and lows, some emotional overwhelm that accompanies that, but it's still coming through as a positive. Sevens in tarot always allude to some good luck. It's like a lucky number in tarot. So there may be some options coming your way that shift the trajectory of your connection, because something to explore. We've got the Hierophant. And this is a card of conventional committed relationships. It is our higher selves being true to ourselves, especially with regard to our beliefs around the vows we take and make. So that's interesting that you're going to be exploring that, and there are all these options coming toward you. So stick a pin in it. Now, an important lesson you will learn in the next 6 months is the Eight of Pentacles. And for that, we're talking about getting very focused in on the details, right? You're going to have all these options, and so the important lesson you're going to learn is to kind of get laser focused. This is going to require some effort, attention, energy, focusing in on the details, not just the bigger picture. And then your next highest timeline, we have the Page of Pentacles, something that you'll be learning. First steps in a new direction can also be fresh start energy. So I'm saying that for a reason, because I feel like what's been held back that you're releasing sort of opens the floodgates for something very powerful to come in, some options and choices around it with regard to commitment. You're going to have to focus on it, but then we might have fresh start in your connection or something that you'll be learning in your next highest timeline to support you in that endeavor. Okay, so those are my general impressions. Let's jump in. We've got the Chariot here. Yes, Devil, 10 of Wands, 6 of Wands. So I feel like there's been no movement toward reconciliation. And that's why you're releasing the grip this has on you. Release. This is a release card as well. 10 of Wands. Offload any fear. Offload any energy that feels negatively, karmically charged. Okay, so you've been wanting some form of reconciliation. It has not come through, or at least not in the way that would serve your highest good. It's time to let go of this. I feel this is just negative karma that's been holding you down and holding you back, and you're going to unburden yourself of all of that. So you heard it here, right? Because you are getting a power recall, and this is a power struggle card. So I feel like you're calling back your power. You're releasing something that hasn't served your highest good or that hasn't moved towards some form of reconciliation. Now we've got the King of Wands as the energy signature of the next 6 months. The Star. 3 of Wands. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're the Queen of Pentacles here. And the King of Wands is the object of your desire. And I do feel like the miracle, the dream you've been wanting and waiting for arrives. The 3 of Wands, ships coming in, landing on that star, this person claiming the connection. And I love the Queen of Pentacles here because she is a feminine archetype of what? A life partner. So that's why I'm saying, I was saying stick a pin in the whole topic of commitment. I feel like something's about to change. Do you know why? Because you're going to release this obsessed adjacent energy, right? Chasing down something that doesn't happen is exhausting. And, right? You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And I feel like whoever this King of Wands is has been on his own little timeline, operating on his own time frame. I'm only saying him because it's a king. Again, the gender is irrelevant. But I'm feeling like the minute you let it go, things begin to change. And what you've been hoping for, wishing for, dreaming about, the miracle you've requested, may arrive in the next 6 months in the form of this person claiming the connection. So let's look at the Seven of Cups. Knight of Pentacles, there's the Empress, Four of Wands. Wow. So you know how I said this is something to look forward to for the next 6 months? You know how I said like all the options? In this particular deck, I love the Seven of Cups because we have doves, we have a rose, we have brass rings, we have angel wings, we have a castle, we have this beautiful goddess, although, right, it's just her head. The only scary creature is up there is that dragon, fire-breathing dragon. But in this deck, the Seven Cups are by and large positive. So it's almost like you can't make a mistake. And I feel like if you stay the course, this energy of the Knight of Pentacles, something's coming toward you. It will be tangible. It will be legit, right? Whatever this King of Wands, and it may take time. The Knight of Pentacles moves pretty slowly. The King of Wands makes up the mind quickly and doesn't hesitate, but the Knight of Pentacles moves forward with purpose, right? And intention, consciousness of intention, because it's moving toward life partnership. This is twin flame energy here with the Empress and the Four of Wands. Looks pretty darn good to me. So now let's look at what you need to explore in the next 6 months. The Hierophant. Yeah. Wow. I feel you're going to be offered, a commitment. Whoever your King of Wands is, doesn't matter the sign. Whoever it is that's coming toward you with this offer, you already know them, of course. There's a soul contract, a soul bond there for sure. It's everything you've waited for. It's the happiness that you desire and deserve. It's like taking a leap for love in the future, very healing energy, right? For all this stuck dark energy, I feel like you'll be exploring, how bad do you want it is what's coming through. How bad do you want it? Are you willing to take some risks? That's the Fool. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So it's almost coming through like, know yourself well, be sure you'll be exploring your beliefs around conventional committed relationships, because what may come toward you may not be conventional. Remember, we have the Seven of Cups there. There are going to be options to choose from. And so life partnership may look very different for you than it does for your person. So that's why you're going to be exploring your beliefs around it. Right? Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy is almost what comes through here. And you may need to take a risk in this situation. But I do feel like with the Four of Swords, it provides a lot of healing for something that had previously been very uncomfortable at the very least. So let's look at the Eight of Pentacles. This is the lesson you'll be learning. Two of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Eight of Wands. Normally, for me, the Two of Pentacles can show indecision. Like I'm assessing realities on the ground before because I'm kind of on the fence. That's the energy of the Two of Pentacles. But because it's landing on the Eight of Pentacles, it's almost like stalling for time, because the opportunity will be handed to you. There is this Ace of Wands moment, re-upping the passion in the connection. The moment will be upon you, but you may need to stall for time to be sure you've worked everything through for yourself. It feels like there may be some communication that may be needed, but you're going to work it all out for yourself first internally and be sure that you're clear on what you're really dealing with before you sort of broach the topic. with your beloved, but I do feel like the communication will come after you've examined things very closely for yourself, worked it through for yourself. Because I do feel the offer that's coming in for you may not be conventional. It may be a little left of center for you, Libra, or whoever you are watching, but it will be substantial. It will be in the form of a commitment. I'm just not seeing like your standard down on one knee engagement part. Like, I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing something a little less conventional. So let's see the Page of Pentacles in your next highest timeline. It's like, this is new, says the Page of Pentacles. Five of Wands, Knight of Wands. Yeah, your next highest timeline, the best version of yourself will persevere in the face of some conflict. Something comes in here, it's a new experience, it may present some tension. I'm not seeing the Five of Wands in a terrible way. I'm just seeing it as change, right? The fives in tarot are about change, and sometimes it can be a little chaotic, and sometimes you can bump up against it. There can be a conflict with the way you see things versus the way your person sees things. But in your next highest timeline, you will persevere because it's really about taking action. It's about making progress, moving forward, the passion, the enthusiasm. And so this person may return, and what they offer may kind of throw you off a peg, which is why you'll learn that you don't speak first. You think it through first, you work it through first for yourself, and then you talk it out in a calm, rational manner, like the Queen of Swords that you are. Okay, so that's what I see. I do see whatever this is may present a little bit of tension, but it's nothing you can't push through. And it does represent a new part of your journey, that Page of Pentacles. Moving forward, sure, and pages are messengers, but in this case, it feels more like the message is, oh, this is new. I'm going to need to kind of work through it, and I'm going to need to push through any conflict, focus on conflict resolution. But there are going to be some challenges in this new offer that comes your way, challenges to how you perceive it. Four of Swords even speaks to that. Challenges to how you identify with this particular offer that's coming your way. How much does it go against the grain of who you really are and how you've really thought about things your whole life. So that'll be interesting to see. So before I give you the astrology that showed up here, there is a link in the description box below to the extended, and I'm going to pull you and this King of Wands person together. So we're going to look at the connection when you're together, strengths, challenges, opportunities, your messages to and from each other. I'll get Spirit to chime in with some guidance, direction, warnings if possible, if needed. Hidden energies and the outcome, what might unfold going forward. So and some more oracles. So that's what we'll do in the extended. Chariot here is Cancer. We are in Cancer season. So this is all kind of happening now. We have the Devil is Capricorn. The King of Wands is Leo. Star is Aquarius. Queen of Pentacles, more Capricorn. Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. Our Empress here is Venus, which rules, wait for it, Libra and Taurus. Hierophant is Taurus. The Sun is the Sun, which rules Leo. The Fool is the planet Uranus, which rules Aquarius. Expect the unexpected whenever Uranus is around. Our Page of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And the Knight of Wands is some Sagittarian energy. Really interesting reading. I'm looking forward to the extended. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.